Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Slumberland. And this is a new Netflix original film from director Francis Lawrence, who did I Am Legend and Constantine and most of the Hunger Games films. And this focuses on a young woman named Nemo, played by Marlo Barkley, who her dad winds up disappearing, Kyle Chandler, who is a lighthouse man, and she winds up moving in with her estranged and distant uncle, played by Chris O'Dowd, with a awkward American accent. Should have just made him Irish. Why not? You didn't need explanation. Probably would have been better that way anyway. But besides the point, this film I did not realize was based off of the Little Nemo comics about Slumberland, which I watched that anime a ton when I was a kid, and then I was looking this up afterwards, getting ready to do this review. I'm like, oh, why did that not click with me? Apparently changing it to a little girl just completely changes your perspective, which there's nothing wrong with it. I think Marla Barkley does a fine job here as this young girl, kind of navigating through this crazy world that we have here. And we have Flip, played by Jason Momoa, Jason Momoa is just having fun. Like, what it really comes down to, he's just being weird and has has these big horns, is just having a ball here. And you can't blame him. He's having a lot of fun, probably getting paid a lot of money. Do I feel like his performance adds a lot to the film? I don't know. It's a fantastical world. He fits in. He's weird. He's strange. The special effects here, the worlds that around, it's pretty fantastical and interesting and dynamic as you have Nemo falling asleep and going to this strange world of Slumberland and, navigating this crazy world. And there's some heart at the center of it with her relationship with her dad and trying to figure out what happened with her dad and her uncle. But in the end, when you take a step back, there's big spectacle, there's a crazy, weird Jason Momoa performance, and you have some strong supporting cast and attempts at trying to build some real connection here. I just didn't feel it. It felt very hollow to me as I was watching this movie and never really felt the wonder of what it could have been or the real connection of what it should have been. And in the end, it just had these pieces that never really came together for me to make this feel like this was a worthwhile and wondrous experience. And that's what the film was going for, this big, broad fantasy adventure. I just never felt like it clicked. It just never felt like it came together, and I really felt like I got whisked off my feet. Something felt very distant and estranged about the film and its presentation. Maybe it's very obvious that they're in front of green screens and it didn't really feel natural a lot of the times. But, it's fantastical, it's wondrous. There's all kinds of weird stuff going on. It's just throwing everything at the wall, but nothing really comes cohesively together to make this really hammer home. And I felt a little disappointed with it. But what it did do is make me want to go buy the anime on Blu-ray, which I put on my Amazon wishlist because I really want to rewatch that. But I don't know. This just felt like a big budgeted, another hollow offering from Netflix that just didn't really feel like it grabbed the heart of it. And will I watch more of these? If they made more of them, sure, why not? And hopefully they take us on, they find some more heart to it or more of a connection. But it just felt like it was more checking boxes and never really came together as something that I just felt blown away by. But those are my thoughts on Slumberland. Let me know what you think and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.